We are all in sales now. Whether you are a doctor, persuading a patient to adopt a healthier lifestyle, a manager motivating your team, or a founder pitching an idea to investors, you are in the business of moving others. Sales is not about manipulation. Sales is not about deception. It is not about fast-talking tricks. It is not about high-pressure tactics. At its heart, true salesmanship is a noble pursuit. It is the act of serving another person. It is about understanding their problems, identifying their needs, and offering a solution that makes their life better. It is a fundamentally human activity, rooted in empathy and connection. This essay is your guide to mastering this noble art. We will explore a simple yet powerful framework, the 6 P's of master salesmanship: purpose, preparation, presence, proof, persistence, principle. These 6 pillars provide a foundation for ethical and effective selling in any context. They shift the focus from what you are selling to why it matters and who it helps. This framework will help you navigate the complexities of modern commerce with clarity and confidence, transforming your approach from a transaction-focused mindset to a relationship-centric one. Think of this as an operating system for your interactions. It is not a rigid script, but a flexible mindset. The 6 P's are universal, but their application can be tailored to any industry and any culture. We will specifically look at how these principles come alive in the vibrant and diverse Indian market. From the bustling Kirana stores to the fast-paced SaaS startups, we will explore practical strategies and microscripts that work on the ground. This is not about learning a foreign language of sales. It is about finding your authentic voice to persuade, influence, and serve. The goal is to move you from seeing sales as something you do to people to something you do for and with people. It's about creating value, not just capturing it. It's about building trust, not just closing deals. By the end of our journey, you will see that the most effective salespeople are not the slickest talkers, but the most dedicated problem solvers. They are the ones who understand that their success is a direct result of the success they help create for others. Attunement, buoyancy, clarity. The journey of master salesmanship begins not with a product, but with a question: why? Your purpose is your North Star. It is the fundamental reason you believe in what you are offering. Without a clear and compelling purpose, your work becomes a series of empty transactions. But with purpose, your work becomes a mission. You are not just selling software. You are helping a small business owner save time to spend with their family. You are not just selling a pharmaceutical drug. You are helping a patient manage a chronic condition and improve their quality of life. This is the essence of serving before you sell. This purpose must be genuine. It cannot be a manufactured marketing slogan. It must resonate with your personal values. Ask yourself, how does this product or service make the world a little better? Who benefits from it? What problem does it truly solve? When you have a clear answer, your conviction becomes contagious. Customers can sense authenticity. They can distinguish between someone who is simply trying to meet a quota and someone who genuinely believes they can help. Your purpose fuels your passion and gives you the resilience to navigate the inevitable rejections along the way. Having a purpose also changes how you communicate. You stop leading with features and start leading with meaning. Instead of saying, "Our app has a 256-bit encryption feature," you might say, "We built this to give you complete peace of mind that your family's data is safe." Purpose gives you the why, but preparation gives you the how. Great salesmanship can look effortless, but it is always the result of rigorous preparation. Winging it is not a strategy. It is a recipe for failure. Preparation can be broken down into 2 key areas: knowing your product, knowing your customer. You must become a true expert in what you offer. This goes beyond memorizing a spec sheet. Understanding the product's strengths, its weaknesses, its ideal use cases, the landscape of its competitors. You should be able to answer any question with confidence and clarity. Knowing your customer is even more critical. Before any meeting, you must do your homework. In today's digital world, there is no excuse for walking in blind. Research the company, its industry, its recent news, its key challenges. Use professional networks like LinkedIn to understand the person you are meeting, their role, their background, their recent activity. What are their stated goals? What pressures are they under? This research allows you to tailor your message and demonstrate that you have invested time in understanding their world before asking for their time. This homework is not just about gathering facts, it is about developing hypotheses. For example, if you are selling SaaS to a manufacturing company, your research might reveal they recently announced plans to expand into a new region. Your hypothesis could be that they will face logistical challenges in managing their supply chain across different locations. Once you are in the room, physical or virtual, your preparation must give way to presence. Presence is the art of being fully engaged in the moment. It means putting away your phone, closing your mental script, and giving the other person your undivided attention. The most critical component of presence is active listening. Master salespeople ask far more questions than they make statements. They use open-ended questions, who, what, where, when, why, how, to encourage the customer to share their story. They probe deeper to uncover the root cause of a problem, not just its symptoms. This creates a dialogue, not a monologue. The customer should be talking more than you are. Your role is to be a skilled interviewer, guiding the conversation toward a mutual understanding of the challenge at hand. This is the essence of attunement, seeing the world from their perspective. After establishing presence and understanding the problem, you need to provide proof. Proof is the tangible evidence that your solution works. It bridges the gap between your claims and the customer's reality. The most effective proof is specific and quantifiable. For instance, for a business like yours, our clients typically see a 20% reduction in manual data entry. If you have 2 employees spending 10 hours a week on this, that's 20 hours saved weekly. At an average salary, that's a saving of over 40,000 rupees per month, and the project pays for itself in just 45 days. Proof also comes in the form of demonstrations, case studies, testimonials. A live, customized demo is far more powerful than a generic presentation. It allows the customer to see the solution in the context of their own workflow. Social proof, such as a case study from a similar company in their industry or a testimonial from a respected leader, reduces perceived risk. It answers the customer's unspoken question, has this worked for someone like me? By combining the human connection of presence with the concrete evidence of proof, you build a compelling and credible case for change. The path to a yes is rarely a straight line. It is often paved with follow-ups, objections, delays. This is where persistence comes in. Persistence is not about being pushy or annoying. It is the disciplined and professional act of following up with value. Plan a series of 5 to 7 contacts over several weeks. Emails, calls, social media interactions. The key is to be consistent without being a nuisance. Persistence must always be guided by principle. Principle is your ethical compass. It means operating with unwavering integrity, honesty, transparency. Keep your promises. Be honest about your product's limitations. If your solution is not the right fit, recommend a competitor. In India, with the Digital Personal Data Protection Act, handling customer information with care is the law. Always be transparent about what data you are collecting and why. Obtain clear consent before adding someone to a mailing list. Respect a customer's right to be forgotten. Principle ensures your persistence is perceived as helpful, not harassing. Selling in India requires more than just translating your pitch. It demands cultural fluency. The 6 Ps are universal, but their expression must be adapted to the local context. Language is the first and most obvious layer. While English is common in business, using simple, clear language is paramount. Use a brief, appropriate English phrase, Sir, इसमें टेंशन लेने की कोई बात नहीं है. It shows you understand the local idiom and can connect on a more personal level. Decision-making in India is often a collective, not an individual process. You may have a primary contact, but map out all the stakeholders: user, influencer, economic buyer, and senior family members in family-run businesses. Your sales process must build consensus among this group. This requires patience and tailoring your message to each stakeholder. Technical feasibility, financial return. Understand the rhythm of the country. Business calendars are influenced by festivals and regional cycles. Diwali, Holi, Eid, regional holidays, harvest seasons. Email is standard for formal proposals. Day-to-day conversation and relationship building often happen on WhatsApp. A quick WhatsApp check-in can beat a formal email. A farmer representative visiting a doctor in a small town. Trust built over many visits. An FMCG salesperson with a Kirana store owner. No inventory cycles and credit. A SaaS founder selling to a large enterprise. Navigate hierarchy and procurement. An education counselor advising a student and their parents. Balance aspirations and finances. In each case, success depends on adapting your approach to the specific cultural and business nuances of the Indian context. Theory is useful, but execution is everything. Let's translate our principles into practical tools you can use immediately. Microscripts are short, flexible phrases that help you navigate critical moments in the sales conversation. They aren't meant to be read verbatim. Adapt them to your style. For example, in an FMCG scenario, a salesperson might notice a competitor's product is moving fast. Instead of a direct attack, they can use a discovery script. I see competitor's product is doing well. Customers क्या बोल रहे हैं? What are they liking most about it? This opens a conversation about customer preferences. Objection handling is another critical area. A farmer rep might hear, your new drug is too expensive. A simple microscript, I understand cost is a major concern. When you say, expensive, could you help me understand what you are comparing it to? This diffuses tension and turns the objection into a request for context. It lets you discuss long-term value over short-term cost. Closing the sale should be a natural next step, not a high-pressure moment. Based on everything we've discussed about the engineering program and the scholarship options, does this feel like the right path forward for Rohan? If the response is positive, move to a choice close. Great. The next batch starts on July 15th. August 1st. Which one works better for you to complete the admission formalities? To support these scripts, checklists are invaluable. Discovery checklist. Question 1. What is your biggest priority this quarter? What challenges are standing in the way? What have you tried already? What does success look like? Objection handling checklist. Step 1. Listen fully without interrupting. Step 2. Clarify the real issue. So, if I'm hearing you correctly. Step 3. Provide context or a solution. Step 4. Confirm you've addressed the concern. Does that help resolve the issue? Closing cues. Watch for asking about pricing details, implementation, next steps, bringing in other decision makers. Use microscripts and checklists together. Practice them, adapt them, and keep them simple. Master salesmanship is built on a dual foundation: character and craft. Character is the who you are, while craft is the what you do. You cannot have one without the other. The first of these is integrity. This is the bedrock of all interactions. Honest. Keep your word. Act in the customer's best interest even when it's not immediately beneficial. Empathy. Step into your customer's shoes. Understand their unspoken needs, their anxieties, their aspirations. Resilience. Sales is full of rejection. Bounce back from a no with optimism. Keep a desire to learn. Finally, Accountability means taking ownership of the entire process, from the initial promise to the final delivery, and beyond. Alongside character, hone your craft, the specific skills of the trade. The first is questioning. Ask insightful, thought-provoking questions, uncover needs, identify challenges, guide the customer to their own conclusions. Storytelling is next. People are wired for stories. A well-told customer success story can be far more persuasive than a mountain of data. Make the abstract tangible. Make the complex simple. Negotiation, closing. Negotiation isn't winning a battle. It's finding a mutually beneficial agreement where both feel they won. Requires listening. Requires creativity. Requires focus on shared interests. Closing isn't pressure. It's the natural, logical conclusion after establishing the problem and presenting a viable solution. Simply ask for the commitment to move forward together. While the principles of sales are timeless, the processes and tools are constantly evolving. Understanding established frameworks gives you a mental map. AIDA, FAB, spin selling, the challenger sale, teach, tailor, take control, without arrogance. Frameworks are now supercharged by tools. A customer relationship management system is the salesperson's central nervous system. Manage leads, track interactions, automate follow-ups, ensuring nothing falls through the cracks. Mutual action plans are shared documents that outline steps, responsibilities, and timelines for both the buyer and the seller, creating transparency and accountability. They turn a vague sales process into a clear, collaborative project plan. Technology can help you quantify your value proposition. ROI calculators, spreadsheets or web apps let you plug in a customer's numbers and instantly show potential financial return. Social proof platforms can aggregate and display customer reviews, testimonials, case studies. The modern salesperson is a hybrid of a skilled consultant and a savvy technologist, using established frameworks and cutting-edge tools to guide customers to better decisions. A simple, well-timed follow-up can be the difference between a deal won and a deal lost in the shuffle of a busy inbox. Discipline is the engine of persistence. It means having a system, sophisticated CRM or simple spreadsheet, to track your interactions and schedule your next steps. A common rule of thumb is the touchpoint system. Plan a series of 5 to 7 contacts over several weeks, emails, calls, social media interactions. The goal of each follow-up is not to ask, "Are you ready to buy yet?" but to continue the conversation and reinforce your role as a helpful resource. An ethical salesperson understands that trust is their most valuable asset. Once broken, it is nearly impossible to repair. Principle ensures your persistence is perceived as helpful, not harassing. Hone character and craft. It's a lifelong journey, not a destination. You can guide the conversation with a steady hand because you have already anticipated potential roadblocks and planned your route. It shows respect for the customer's time and intelligence. We began this journey by reframing sales not as a shady art of persuasion, but as the noble act of moving others through service. We have seen that master salesmanship is not an innate talent reserved for a chosen few. It is a skill that can be learned, a craft that can be honed. It rests on the 6 foundational pillars of purpose, preparation, presence, proof, persistence, principle. These are not just buzzwords. They are the building blocks of a sustainable and fulfilling career built on trust, integrity, genuine value creation. We have explored the dual importance of character, craft, the integrity you bring, the skills you build. We have seen how timeless frameworks like SPIN, AIDA are amplified by modern tools like CRMs, ROI calculators, allowing you to be both a strategic consultant and an efficient operator. We have also delved into the Indian market, where cultural fluency, understanding of collective decision-making, adapting to local rhythms are paramount. From microscripts to checklists, we have equipped you with practical plays for the real world. The world has enough people who take, push, manipulate. What it needs are more people who serve, listen, solve. The new era of sales belongs to problem finders, empathetic advisors. It belongs to those who understand that a transaction is a short-term event, but a relationship built on trust can last a lifetime. Your success will not be measured by the deals you close, but by the value you create and the trust you earn along the way. Your greatest tool is not your product brochure. It is your commitment to helping others succeed. As you go forward, let this simple mantra be your guide, your purpose, and your principle. In every interaction, every meeting, every follow-up, hold this thought at the front of your mind. It will clarify your intentions, guide your actions, and ultimately lead you to a more profound and lasting form of success. Let it be the final word and your first step. Serve first, sell next. Salesmanship in India succeeds when the customer feels respected, informed, and in control. The interpersonal craft, listening, language, timing, and transparent next steps turns good proposals into enduring partnerships. Your why is your greatest competitive advantage.